Hello, Mountain Patriot Homestead family. It is an absolutely gorgeous day here on the homestead, so I couldn't stay in the house any longer. I do have a pie in the oven that I will show you exactly how I made it here in just a little bit. We'll go back inside, and it's cooling right now, but I did make some footage of how I made it, and I'll take you back in here in just a little bit. And it's 3 ingredients for the filling, so really easy. I've got Clyde here with me this morning. Hey Clyde. Hey Clyde, yes. He's such a good boy. I don't know if you've seen my video here recently where he actually confronted a bear back here behind the house. At least that's what I think. That I'm going through the gate when you hear this rattling. At least that's what we're thinking that that he confronted. He got a big swipe across the front of his face. But these Pyrenees don't back down from anything. We haven't found them. We haven't found them to take no guff off of nobody, which is what we expect from our guard animals. They've done a wonderful job. Before we got them, hello Henny Penny. Right, show you my sweet girl. Can you see her? Hey pretty girl, you just waiting on mama? Before we got our Pyrenees, which we've had our Pyrenees for years now, and before we had them, we were having quite a bit of predator problems. We lost one pig that was just hauled away. We, something got it and carried it away. And then we had another one that this same creature tried to get, but just could not lift him because Tank was a pretty good sized pig at that time, and just could not get him up over the fence. Scratched his sides, but just could not pick him up over the fence. And I ran out of the house. I was the only one home. Ran out of the house barefooted with the bang bang, and between the pig and me, whatever it was, ran off into the woods. So we lost that one pig. Almost lost another one. People in the area were losing calves, and we had lost, chickens and things like that, which is not unusual because, there's coyotes and stuff around too. But when I lost my Arabian gelding, that was the final straw. He was dragged off into the woods and killed, and once that happened, that was enough of that. And so we got 2 Pyrenees pups, 2 little females, and we're so creative on names, we called them Biggin and Lilin. And those 2 girls, along with a male that we eventually got, protected this place for years. They had lots of pups that have populated probably a lot of the farms around in this area that were just, you can see the pretty woods behind me. It's just gorgeous today. But they populated a lot of the farms and stuff around in this area. And a lot of the predator situation has greatly calmed down. We have not lost, since we've had our Pyrenees, we have not lost anything other than occasionally we'll get a duck that I figure an owl carries off during the night. But Clyde does a fabulous job. He has the lion's share of the protection because he has free range roam up here of our fields, and he goes with the cows, but he also stays around the house, and he's right here with me. I mean, he's not going to let me get out of his sight. So, we owe a lot to these guard animals that we have here. The two pups that we'd got earlier in the year, I'll have to make a video of them one day, because I had showed when we first got them and they were so little, you know, they were what, 6-8 weeks old. Now they're almost a year old and they're massive. They're big girls, especially Yeti. She is just a massive girl, and they live with the goats and they protect them. They do an amazing job. Nothing moves out there that we don't know about. So we love our guard animals because they are truly protectors, and we know that we don't have to worry about anything getting to our critters without us knowing. I don't know how the weather is at your place today. I just keep saying this. It is just such an absolutely beautiful day. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at this whole walking, talking thing, but because normally it would be walking, tripping thing, and I'm certainly not any good at trying to hold a camera and walk and talk. That's much too divided attention for me. But I just wanted to bring you out here a little bit, just to get outside, take a deep breath. And does it help calm y'all's nerves when you just get out in nature? And I mean, the sky is just this beautiful crystal blue. There's no clouds. The wind is very light. I'm out here it's in December. Usually for us, that means very cold weather, but it is very mild. It's in the mid 40s right now. It was only down in the 30s last night, but it's mid 40s right now, which is, sorry, I keep moving this. This is going to be a terrible video. Bear with me. But this weather is just so beautiful for us for December. But I just wanted to bring you out here and just walk you around a little bit. Just get you outside with me for a while, because I think all of us need to get outside and just get a breath of fresh air every once in a while, don't you? And this is like friends walking and talking, because that's kind of what I think of y'all. Y'all are my friends, and else you wouldn't be here listening to me. Last night I was on a live with Wide Open Adventures. That was a lot of fun. They are so much fun. If you haven't checked out their channel, go over to Wide Open Adventures. If you want to watch that live stream that I was on last night, do that. But watch some of their other stuff. They are great folks, and they're so funny. They have such a sense of humor. They're just people that make you happy just being around, listening to them. And we really had a good time last night. At least I did. And but they like doing this kind of stuff. They like getting outside, and they do a lot of fishing, and they're expanding their homestead. And so if you get a chance, go over there and visit with them. Just back here walking by the back pond. Don't look like any of the ducks or anything are on it right now. They're probably sitting up there in the barn, hoping I'll throw out some corn or something. They're kind of moochers. Oh, they're good babies. Well, anyway, I'm going to head back toward the house. And like I said earlier, I'm going to show you a pie that I have made up and how simple it is. Inexpensive ingredients. If you don't have a lot in the cupboard, this is a real easy pie to make. It's real easy to whip up. The ingredients are very common. Most of you probably have it in your cabinet. But let's just make our way back to the house, and I will show you what I've made. I'm starting out with a pie crust here. This is a store-bought pie. You can make your own favorite homemade pie crust if you'd like, but I just had this store-bought pie crust and thought I would use it. This is a 9-inch pie dish. It's not a deep dish one, so I just trimmed around the edges, and now I'm just trying to make it a little more presentable. So just doing a little bit. You could do this, you could use a fork, whatever, to decorate the edges of your pie crust, just whatever's your favorite method of doing. And only 3 ingredients are needed for this, and that is 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, 1 stick of butter, and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. You need 1 stick of softened butter. Because I had failed to take my butter out early enough, I just cut it into cubes and stuck it near my stove's heat source for just a minute, just enough to soften it up, and then put it into the mixing bowl. If you can leave it out for just a little bit to let it soften on its own, that works so much better, but this worked as well. Then you add 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, whatever your favorite brand is. Just add that to the butter. Then you're just going to mix your butter and your sweetened condensed milk together. It's as simple as that. And the final ingredient is that 1 tablespoon, that's all you need, 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon. Add that directly with your other 2 ingredients and then mix them up well. Once you have all of that goodness out of the pan, it is time to get that into the oven. That oven is preheated at 350 and it's going to cook for 25 minutes. And I used a little bit of that extra dough just to satisfy my creative abilities, which are next to none, as you can see. But I'm also not wasting this pie crust that I have left over. This was just the trimmings from around the edges. And so I'm just kind of making what is supposed to be some leaves and little flower looking things. But, like I said, it's mainly not to waste the dough and hopefully makes it look a little bit more presentable. And those little decorative pieces had baked in the oven while the pie was also baking. And when I get it out, I just kind of arrange it kind of in a pattern on top of the pie. Like I said, it's nothing fancy. It's just for me to look at basically. But mainly it is not to waste the pie crust. And as you can see, it's not going to win any contest, but I like it. One of the best parts about being an adult is you don't have to wait until after dinner to have your dessert. So my mister isn't home yet for dinner, so I'm gonna have just a bite of this pie, and it is creamy, and I'm trying not to lose this piece here. It is creamy It smells cinnamony. Cinnamony, a word? It is now, I guess. Definitely that cream of that sweetened condensed milk. You can taste the butter, the cinnamon. Oh, it just says holidays and just is wonderful. So if you are a cinnamon fan and you want some easy pie to just take out of the oven, enjoy, it doesn't take 25-30 minutes, and let it cool and you will have a wonderful pie. I really like this. It's simple. It would be great if you wanted to take it to a potluck, or if you've got friends that are going to be over in an hour, you can have dessert ready for them. And this and a big glass of milk or some coffee, and you have got the starts of a party. So I'm going to finish my pie. Don't tell the mister. And I will talk to y'all again real soon. Love y'all. Mountain Patriot Homestead, signing out.